Hello. I want to talk about a place that changed my life. That place is the island of Okinawa in Japan. I lived there while raising my kids. I've talked about them before in other videos. My son who has special needs and his two older sisters. So this was a really hard time in my life. I had a lot of stress and I had responsibilities and things like that. But the thing that stayed with me the most about this time while I was raising my kids was was the island of Okinawa, the people and the place. I just want to talk about it because of how much it affected me. So when people think about Japan, they think about politeness, cleanliness, order, and respect, and that's true. Japan is a wonderful place that that embodies the spirit of respect and order and politeness. And this concept has a word in Japanese. It's called Tatemae. And that concept is about having this public face that is about respect and politeness. And that public face is what you see when you go to Japan. Um, so that is a concept that really does embody Japan. But what I want to talk about is something else. And this is something that I think embodies Okinawa. And the word that they use is Yuimaru. And this is a sense of community and connectedness and caring for each other. And that's really what Okinawa is. Even though it's part of Japan, it has its own unique culture, and the people and its history is very different. And for me, Okinawa is Yuimaru. It's a connectedness and a caring that it's hard to even describe unless you've spent some time there or if you've lived there. Um, the people are more open, they're more direct, they're more friendly, and they're they're real. They're real. So there's something, they have a traditional dance in Okinawa that's called Eisa, and they do it in the summer. And my son loves it. It's a dance, and they use drums, and it's very active, and it's beautiful. So if you have a chance, you should check out some videos on YouTube about it. But it's not like something that you see on the stage or like a formal performance. They play out in the streets, like in the evening. They'll walk by dancing and they'll perform. It'll be local community members, students from the school, and they dance right in the streets, and it's amazing and it's beautiful. I remember, like, we would stand outside my apartment with my kids, with other people from the community, and we would just watch. We would just watch when they came by, and um, you know, I felt this overwhelming emotion to watch that and to listen to it. It's really something that you have to see to experience. So when you feel that, it just feels like Okinawa, and I miss that, the energy, the energy of that. Okinawa music in general is fantastic. They have an instrument in Okinawa that is called the Sanshin, and it has three strings. It's similar to a banjo, I guess, but it sounds different. And I actually learned to play a little bit. I went to a class, and it was this older guy that taught me, and he always had this cigarette in his mouth all the time when he was playing, when he was talking, everything. And he didn't speak a word of English, and I didn't really speak that much Japanese at that time. And whenever I made a mistake, he would just grunt, he would just be like, "Mm." And then, like, when I did something right, he would just like nod at me. So, but he was the nicest guy. He accepted me into his class without question. Um, I'll never forget. I'll never forget that experience. And I did learn how to play. So um, that's just kind of how it is in Okinawa. People will accept you no matter what, and it really is touching, the feeling of living there. Um, I also met I also met the woman who is the love of my life while I was there, and some of my best memories in my life are in the ocean. These are times that I spent with her in the ocean. We did a lot of kayaking and free diving in the ocean, and these are just incredible memories that I have. I remember, we are together. There's no sound. There's no stress. There's no pressure. There's just me and her in the most clear water than you could ever imagine. The fish and the coral. There was just us. The movement. It's like flying. It felt like flying, or like standing on the edge of the earth, floating, um, looking out over just the clearest, most beautiful vista you can imagine. And, you know, I spent that time with her, and I'll never forget it. That's Okinawa to me. It's just kindness and openness and beauty. It's a real place that feels amazing. So if you ever get a chance to go to Okinawa, if you're traveling to Japan or whatever, I would recommend that you spend some time and you stop in Okinawa. It's different than Japan, and for me, you'll see another side of Japan. You'll see different kind of people and a completely different culture. And I want to say that it didn't just give me like the best memories in my life. What it gave me was home. A home for my heart, a home for my children, and um, the best place of my life. And I'll keep the memories of this place in my heart forever. So if you're interested in seeing some pictures or video of Okinawa, just check in. I have a lot of videos and pictures in my channel, so go ahead and take a look if you want to. Leave a comment if you're interested in Japan, or if you've been there, or if you're interested in Okinawa. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much for your time.